and today it is my pleasure to be joined by Nathan Kilwine from Batwing Chassis. And Nathan, we want to start off by welcoming you to the show. You are a brand new sponsor this year, and you are not only a race driver, but you are also a huge fan and really have a passion for the sport of dirt track racing. What we're doing here on the Dirt Show is supporting local racing, and you are very involved with the whole scene of racing, and some people may remember you in a modified.
Correct. Thank you, Clayton. Pleasure to be on the show. Yes, I used to drive the number 15 open-wheel modified for quite a few years, traveling around the southern Minnesota area and getting down as far as Arkansas and other states south of here.
How old were you when you became involved in racing, and what was your first involvement?
I guess I started, like many people, going with some friends of mine and slowly got involved with helping some people that raced, and then eventually decided to try it myself.
When did you decide to make the switch from modified driving to Outlaw Mini Mod builder and promoter?
A few years back I had a son, and that, like many people, slows you down and makes you step back and think. So after he was 1 or 2, I decided to take some time off, and then some friends and I, after sitting idle for a while, decided to build some of these carts and go racing on a lower budget scale and have some fun. Kind of grew from there.
Over the last 2 weeks we had Jacob Dale and then Brandon Beckendorf, who both started their career in karts. This week driver Lucas Schott started in karts and slingshots. Explain the difference between a kart and your Outlaw Mini Mods.
The karts are actually quite a bit different, but it's good grassroots racing and where a lot of people start out. I guess the similarities is that you're racing on dirt, and the smaller tracks gets you good side-by-side racing and learning the racing.
These mini mods, when you look at them, are really a mini version of the East Coast Modifieds. If anybody's seen those races on Speed Channel with Tim McCready and some of the other drivers from out on the East Coast, they are really a mean-looking car. Do you do all of the fabrication on these cars?
Pretty much. Well, I guess I can't take all the credit. We over the last few years, had some help with some people that we started it with, do some development and stuff, but I guess basically I do all the fabrication on the Batwing chassis cars. I guess I'm not going to take all the credit. We've had a few guys help out with some of the designs on some of the stuff, so yeah, it's been a group effort, I guess.
Where did you learn all your metalworking experience?
I guess I'll have to give credit to Matt and Todd at Easy Fab. Back when I raced the open wheel modified, I would help them, and I learned a lot of my racing knowledge and fabricating stuff from those guys at Easy Chassis, which is now Easy Fab. But those guys were very good to me as far as helping me and teaching me a lot of the things about the cars.
This is something that you'll relate to as a parent. I know as a parent, if my 11-year-old daughter wanted to start racing, my first question would be about safety. These cars look extremely safe, and they look like they could take a hard crash and bounce back very easily.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I feel they're safe. Being a racer myself and being involved in a few crashes and incidences, I guess I do feel safe in these cars with the full 5-point harness and the racing seat and all the safety equipment. The cage is a 1-inch 083 wall tubing, which some people may think is small, but we actually, hard to test them, but we did have a car roll over last year, and I guess I'm happy to say that the driver walked away unhurt, and the chassis was unhurt. It was just cosmetic sheet metal damage and stuff, so after that test, I even feel better about the cars, so yes, I believe they're very safe.
Batwing Chassis has a brand new website, and I know John that built my Dirt Show website took care of your site, and he did a great job. You are directly linked to the Dirt Show page here at KOWZ FM, so if you're on KOWZFM.com, get on the Dirt Show. You can actually click on to Nathan's logo and get right to Batwing Chassis. What is your website location, and what can fans find on your site?
Yes, John did a wonderful job putting this site together for me this winter. I've had a lot of positive feedback on it. It's at www.batwingchassis.com, and you're going to find everything from the car information on there that we build, and also the Outlaw Mod Series information on there. We've kind of tied both websites together for now as I promote the series and build the cars. You're going to find just about everything you need to know on that website about the series and the cars.
One of my favorite features in your site is the built-in video right in the center of the site where you can watch these cars in action, and these cars really move. You told me a story about a couple of the top area A-Mod drivers jumping in your cars, and they were very impressed with the power-to-weight ratio. Can you retell that story?
Yeah, we've had guys like Tommy Meyer, Todd Cleese, Dane Schultz, and many people that have drove the A-Mod before actually get in these cars and drive them, and everybody pulls in with a smile on their face and really is quite amazed at how similar they are to the big cars, you know, as far as horsepower to weight ratio. And there's just a lot of power there and not a lot of tire, which is, you know, real similar to the big cars. So, and they are very, very fast. So it's enough to keep the excitement of a guy that's raced a car like that. But they also handle and drive fairly well, where new people can also get in and handle them also.
For a novice driver that's going to jump behind the wheel, is there a lot of setup changes that you need to know about, or is it pretty basic?
Right now, we have a basic setup that I send out with the car, and to be quite honest, I've tested and tried a lot of things, and we always kind of come back to that base setup, and the cars are real comparable and real competitive at that. We've had many new people jump into and are simply amazed that they're right there hanging with the top guys after a few laps and getting used to the car. So that's a nice feature where new people can get in and be fairly competitive right off the bat. So that's a nice thing to know.
Nathan, probably the most impressive thing about your product is these cars are built so someone can get involved in racing without breaking the bank. What are the initial costs to get involved with one of these cars?
Like anything, you do have the initial cost of the car, and I sell them right now for $6,500, roughly turnkey, race ready. That's go to the track and race it at that kind of money. And I have comparison on the website, and if you compare that to other divisions or similar divisions of racing, it's way under what it would cost you to get started in something else. The maintenance on them is very minimal also.
These cars look like they would be very easy to repair in case of an incident, and also what you've done is kept the cost of weekly maintenance down to a minimum.
Yep, and just touching on that, really you air the tires up and we run pump gas and oil the chain, and check it over, and they're pretty maintenance free as long as you just spend a little time each week and check it over. We haven't had a lot of issues. You might dent a little sheet metal or something, but that's part of the race. You pound her out and you keep going. The tires have proven to last quite a while. Some guys have almost got a full season on a set of tires too, so that's nice also. You're not putting on a new tire every night or something like that either.
What is the average cost per week to have your car ready for the track?
Being a racer myself and the feedback I'm getting from other guys, realistically $25 to $30 a week, if you race one night, and that's pretty minimal. Most of these tracks we go to, your entry fee is like $15, and like you say, you put a couple gallons of pump gas in there. I know the price of gas is going up, but $5-10 in gas, it's a pretty minimal cost.
That brings up one of the other huge advantages of racing one of these cars. All you need is a small pickup and a small trailer, and you're ready to go racing. There's no need to fill up a semi-tractor.
Very true. We've even had some guys pulling with a mid-sized car and a utility trailer, garden utility trailer or snowmobile trailer. They'll fit on a much smaller trailer. You don't need a big fancy outfit to haul them, and yeah, you don't have to break the bank filling the big pickup up and going to the track every week too. So that's a nice feature also.
If there's a fan or a parent out there listening that would like to get their kids involved, or they want to come down and race one of these cars themselves, where is your next race going to be located? And when they come out to the track, what can they expect to see?
Hopefully the weather turns around here. Our opening race will be May 13th at the 56 Speedway in Brownsdale, Minnesota. And that's just south of Brownsdale on Highway 56. You're going to see some excellent racing from the Outlaw Mini Mods. They also race your laydown kart divisions there also. We also have a practice scheduled for this Friday at the 56 Speedway in Brownsdale, weather permitting.
If people do not have website connection, what is the best way to contact you to find out more information about Batwing Chassis?
You can call me on the phone anytime at 507-456-5465. And if you can get on the internet or website, my email or the website is www.batwingchassis.com.
Nathan, anybody that checks out your website is going to find out right away how passionate you are about racing. You've done an excellent job of promoting these Outlaw Mini Mod series. You've gone out and got a bunch of sponsors to get involved, and I just want to say thank you for everything you've done. This is a great way for people to get in on the grassroots level and try out racing. If they do want to move up to a bigger car, they always have that opportunity, but this gives people a chance to start racing and really find out what it's like.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I would like to give a special thanks to all of our sponsors that are supporting the series: Easy Fabricating, Skozachik Brothers Roofing, Polypack Plastics, Georges of Geneva, and Mosquito Squad. You know, we couldn't do it without those guys, so special thanks to them.
Nathan, thanks for being with us today, and we'll see you out at the races.
Thank you, Clayton.